From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets. Yo, it's your boy. What's going on, man? Y'all know what time it is. So let me fix my green screen. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get crazy. It's time to talk about this boxing stuff, man. The doctors in the house. Let's get right. Look though. You know, before we start, hold on. Before we start, we gotta give our thanks to the Most High. Let me set up my stuff. Hold on. We almost ready. All right, man. Bow your heads, please. Thank you, God, for this beautiful day that we received. Thank you for leading us into the night. Thank you for getting us to and from work safely. Thank you for letting us, breathe today. And no matter what struggles we've been through or going through or went through or will go through in the future, thank you for letting us know that as long as we have faith in you and belief in you, that we will be protected, covered, and sheltered from all things that stand against us, because you are the mightiest and you stand for us. So we should fear nothing, nor evil, nor no one. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's get it, man. Big prayers, man. Okay, so today we are going to talk about, we got to talk about, man. I can't believe about it. I mean, I'm about to say I can't believe. Of course I can believe it. This is boxing we talk about. But I'm just disappointed, man. So y'all see the title right here. Y'all see what's going on, man. So, Usyk, there's been 25 years, right? 25 years has transpired. 25 years has passed, 25 years has passed since we've had a undisputed champion at the heavyweight division, 25 years, man. That's a quarter of a century, man. Almost 3 decades, man. 2.5 decades to be exact, right? And you telling me after 25 years, we have a great night, the great night that transpired on this past Saturday, with Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury for the undisputed heavyweight throne. You telling me after 2 funky behind days, my boy getting stripped?
What?
Bro, they are stripping my boy after two days. The IBF has announced that 2 days after winning his undisputed belt, that they will be stripping Oleksandr Usyk in a couple of weeks. Boxing. So when I tell y'all this, right, and y'all get mad at me, man, when I tell y'all that it's not Saul Canelo Alvarez's fault solely, he's part of the blame, but it's not solely his fault for him not fighting David Benavidez. This is what I'm talking about. Because y'all say, oh, David Benavidez has been Canelo's mandatory for 2 years, for 3 years, for 18,000 years. Yes, and I agree. I want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez. But that's not Canelo's fault. Canelo isn't the sanctioned body, authoritative figure. He's not on the executive board. He's not the one that enforces or even decides who's the mandatory and then in turn enforces it. So the reason why somebody becomes a mandatory to the champion is because the sanctioned body is determined that they are next in line to challenge for it. So if the champion determines that they don't want to fight and they don't want to fulfill their duty as a champion and fight their mandatory challenger, then what do? They get stripped. Usyk. It was already established that Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, no matter who won, we would see a rematch. Regardless of how the results of the first match, we would see a rematch. IBF, they said, okay, we go see the rematch, but you ain't gonna see it again for the undisputed. And you'd be like, why did they do that? Why did they strip Usyk so fast? He must be the only one. No, they also stripped Terrence Crawford, I want to say like months. I don't even know if it was months. It might have been weeks. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I don't remember the time span. But anyway, they also, I think it was the IBF again, stripped Terrence Crawford right after he beat Errol Spence. For his undisputed, you know what I'm saying? They stripped, I believe it was the IBF again, yeah, because Boots is the IBF champion, right? That's why they call Boots the email champion, which is disrespectful. It's not his fault, you know, but, you know, they stripped him again. So why are they stripping these gentlemen so fast? Why are they stripping Terrence Crawford? Is he so fast? Is it because he's black? No, because they just stripped Oleksandr Usyk just as fast. Is it because he's white? No, because they just stripped Terrence Crawford, who was black, just as fast. So why is he doing it? Why are they doing it? It's because Canelo, you know, it has nothing to do with his ethnicity at all. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with him being the face of boxing. And for those of you that don't know, I say this all the time, and I try to tell y'all this all the time. When you're a champion, you get taxed a sanctioning fee. And it's sometimes it's I think it's 3% right now. I think it's 3%, so it'd be a total of 12% if you're undisputed. Don't quote me on the numbers, but anyway, it's a percentage, right? So every time you're a champion, you get taxed. You have to pay the sanctioning bodies their dues, but it's not a certain amount. It's not like it's just $5,000. So okay, if it was just a set amount, then they don't care if I'm the champion or Canelo's a champion or Terrence Crawford's a champion or Usyk's a champion because it's a set fee. But no, it's a percentage. So meaning the more money that is made for the fight, for the event, then if it's charged a percentage, that means the more money they'll get. So it's directly advantageous for them financially and monetarily to keep Canelo as a champion and not strip him, because that's where they get the most money. They get the most bang for their buck. That's the only reason why they don't strip him. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It is a business, but my point. So just to come full circle, when you think that Canelo is the one to blame why he still has a belt and he's not fighting his mandatories, he's a face of boxing, and I do, y'all know I like Canelo. I like Old Cinnamon, and I think that, you know, he's an all-time great, and his legacy's already set whether he fights David Benavidez or not. I want to fight David Benavidez, but the key piece is that if he's not fighting David Benavidez, it's not up to him to strip. He's not gonna strip himself. I guess you can vacate, of course, but he's got to fight whoever he wants. And in turn, he's going to not fight whoever he wants. So I do think that he could get blamed for not fighting David Benavidez, of course. But when people blame him, they blame him solely. Like he's the sole proprietor of blame. For, you know what I'm saying? Like 100%. No. You also, the majority of the blame goes to the sanctioning bodies for when they don't enforce the champions to fight the mandatory, but then they go and strip Usyk. You see what I'm saying? So fast. So you got to look at it like that. Like I always said, man, I would say like 70% of the blame goes on the sanctioning bodies for Canelo not fighting his mandatory. Because if you're not going to fight his mandatory, then you strip him. But you're not going to strip it. And then I'll say like maybe 20% goes on the blame on Canelo, because I think Canelo should fight David Benavidez. You know, I want to fight David Benavidez, but I'm also okay with him control his own destiny. He's already a legend. He's earned the right to fight whoever he wants to fight. And then I say 10% also of the blame, that 70-20, that's 90. So 10% of the blame goes on David Benavidez, because the reason why David Benavidez lost his belt at a point in time is because he was undisciplined. You know what I'm saying? He came in overweight multiple times. And I think one time he was on don't correct me if I'm wrong, I think one time he was coked up or something like that. But yeah, so he never hit undisputed, even though he fought Caleb Plant just like Canelo. So, you know, that's part, his lifestyle is partially to blame on him as well. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see Canelo fight, but we just got to keep it funky. That's what we do around here, man. We tell the facts. And the IBF has said that, and guess what they said? And that's the thing, to make it even worse, they said that they're stripping Usyk because Filip Hrgović has been the mandatory, and his title shot is long overdue. He ain't been the mandatory as long as gosh dang David Benavidez. You see what I'm saying? They pick and choose, man. They pick and choose when they want to enforce their own rules. So we got to open our eyes and be fair, man. If we go judge, it's okay. It's okay to judge, but we got to keep it funky, man. Why they just strip Usyk so fast? Why do they suddenly care? You know what I'm saying? Because either they don't want to wait that long, number one, which that's what I think the primary thing is. They don't know. There's some uncertainty there if Fury's actually gonna do the rematch, which I think he will. But I think there's some uncertainty there. And then guess what? Hrgović and Dubois are fighting on June 1st, and they're talking about making that a fight for the vacant belt of the IBF. And that's going to be June 1st. So, boom, they get to tax somebody else. So, they just tax Usyk, and they're going to tax the winner. Hey, it's a business, baby. It's a business, man. You know, they try to mask it as, oh, Hrgović has been long overdue. That Hrgović has to get the title shot because he's been the mandatory overdue. Stop it. Stop it. Yo, Smoochie in the building. What's good? Smoochie in the building. Yo, Tech Dumb Dad in the building. Illuminati in the building. Oh, we deep. 2 bumbaclot days, Tech. 2 bumbaclot days, Illuminati. He just got Undisputed has been 20 at the heavyweight division, has been 25 years, a quarter century in the making. This man just got it Saturday. It's Monday. They're talking about stripping him already. That's so disrespectful, bro. That's so disrespectful.
Here you go. Oh, shit.
That's so disrespectful,
Yeah, I'm tired of that. It was so disrespectful.
Like, that's the whole point of them setting up the rematch. Not saying that's the only point, because, of course, they're both undefeated. So, of course, you also want to get the rematch to get your get back. And plus, he can still get back his lineal championship or whatever it is, because he just got stripped of one. But still, we want to see a second undisputed fight. Especially the fight that transpired this weekend was so phenomenal, bro. Like, I don't know anybody who's disappointed. The only way you're disappointed in that fight, in my personal opinion, is if you were going for Fury and Fury lost. Like, bro, I bet on Fury. I like Fury more than I like Usyk. That fight was great, and I have no problem with Usyk winning because I thought it was that close. I know a lot of people be on my head top. I personally had Fury winning 7 rounds to 5. But, you know, with the knockdown, that was very pivotal, and I had my final scores 114 to 113 for Fury. But I'm not upset because I honestly had 3 swing rounds. And if you had 3 swing rounds, let's say, I think I had, of the 3 swing rounds, I think I had 2 for Fury, 1 for Usyk. What if you had all 3 of them bitches for Usyk, excuse me? What if you had all 3 of them for Usyk? That would have drastically changed my numbers. And what if you valued aggression? Because Usyk was the aggressor. But I anticipated him to be aggressive. The reason why I thought it was so dope, because in my mind, Tyson Fury fought the exact game plan and implemented and executed the same game plan that I thought he was going to have to do to be successful. He was going to keep him at range with his jab and let him come in and let him kill himself and throw uppercuts and all. And he did all that. He even threw some clean shots to the body. There was 4 rounds, I think from the 4th to the 7th round, 4, 5, 6, 7, I gave to Fury. There's points in that fight where it looked like Usyk was like a fish out of water. You know what I'm saying? I even said, I was like, man, if this fight keeps going like this, Tyson Fury is dominating, man. It looked hopeless for Usyk. But that's a testament to how much of a beast Usyk is, because Usyk didn't quit. A lot of fighters would have quit. Mentally, I'm saying. I'm not saying they would have, you know, they're warriors. These brothers and sisters are warriors. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying quit, like literally quit. I'm talking about mentally. They would have checked out, like, oh, man, I'm getting overwhelmed. Usyk tightened the freak up, pulled his skirt down. No disrespect, I'm not saying pull, I'm figuratively. And he tightened up his bootstraps, and he said, let's get to work. And he went and hurt this man in the 9th round. I thought he won the 8th round too. So kudos to Usyk. I'm not mad at Usyk getting that decision because I thought it was that close. Let me get up to some things. Hey brother, that the strip makes no sense, bro. Who cares about? I like Philip Hrgovic. I think he's a beast. Right now, I don't care about Hrgovic. I'm sorry. Hrgovic and Dubois were already signed to fight. Exactly. IBF would have made more money for the exactly. But I think it's because that Usyk and Fury, you know, a lot of people are saying that they're not. It's uncertain if they actually go for the rematch, which I think that Fury will. But you know, Fury has been. You know, I'm not gonna act like. Historically, Fury has been a little bit, he hasn't been too dependable, you know what I'm saying? So he might go on a cocaine binge, you never know, you know, no disrespect, but you know, hey, sometimes he be on that booger sugar. So I'm not gonna act like they're not right to kind of suspect, just based off his, you know, historically speaking, and his tendencies, you know, it's kind of up in the air. Just like it was up in the air for us to know which version of Fury we're gonna get, you know. And I thought Fury fought a fantastic fight too. He just got caught for the same reasons I like Fury, because he plays around. I don't mind. I know a lot of people, it turns some people off. I don't mind a braggadocious personality. I don't mind a little trash talk, a little shit talk. I don't mind it, especially when you can back it up. Fury can back it up. Floyd Mayweather backed it up. I don't think Fury was Floyd was as disrespectful as Fury and John Fury, but he was still a little brash, you know what I'm saying, bragging about his money and stuff. People that turned some people off, but I didn't mind because he could back it up. I didn't like Adrian Broner. Why? Because Adrian Broner would talk that trash like he was Floyd, like he was Tyson Fury, and he didn't back it up. Like he's Clarissa Shields, and Clarissa Shields backs it up. That's why I didn't like Conor McGregor, because Conor McGregor talked trash like he was George St. Pierre. He's good. You want that damn good, brother. You know what I'm talking about? So crazy, we waited 25 years to have an undisputed heavyweight champ for a week. Not even a week, bro. It's Monday. That's bad business, bro. It's so lame, Tech. It's so lame. Nah, that ain't right. That's not right, Illuminati. Wait, what I miss? Why homie getting stripped? What up, DZ? He getting stripped because money. That's it. Money. They trying to mask it as, Hrgovic has been it's been long overdue since Hrgovic needed he's been a mandatory, man. Stop it. You don't care about no Philip Hrgovic. Stop it, man. If you go in a mall right now, anywhere across the globe, forget just America. If you go to South America, you're any continent, you know, go to Africa, South America, Europe, Asia. You ask somebody if they know who Philip Hrgovic is. They gonna say nope. They gonna say who? Excuse me, say what? Philip Hrgovic sounds like a designer clothes brand. They gonna think that's the new designer clothes. You got that new Philip Hergovich? Oh, yeah, you like what I'm wearing? That's that new Philip Hergovich, extra large. You like it? See what I'm talking about? It come with a Gucci belt buckle. Hergovich. Stop it, man. Nobody. I like Philip Hergovich. I think he's going to beat Daniel Dubois. I would love to see him fight the winner of Daniel Dubois and Hergovich fight Joseph Parker or Anthony Joshua. You know, and I think that Hergovich is avoided, just like Jerome Boots Ennis type stuff for the heavyweight division. Now, I think he's very skilled from what I see, and I know a lot of people said that Hergovich and Big Bang Zhang, Zhale Zhang was close. I watched that fight. I thought it was close, but I thought the right person won. I didn't think there was anything controversial about that fight. I thought Zhang fought well too, but I think Hergovich is nice with it. But that doesn't change the fact that this man, 25 years in the making, is getting stripped in 2 days for Philip Hergovich. Man, stop it, man. Stop it, man. Now the rematch won't be for undisputed. Exactly. So it won't be as big of a draw, I don't think. No, you know. You don't have to think, brother. You know it's not going to be as big of a draw. That's terrible, bro. Damn, Tech, right? The rematch won't be undisputed. Yeah, it's not undisputed now, bro. You know, and that booger sugar, that cocaine, that white. You know what I'm talking about? He would leave Sugar Hill. I predict. Think so? I think he would reach out to Andy Lee now. Ooh, go holla at Andy Lee like Joseph Parker. You know, they're best friends. Or I don't know if they're best friends, but they have a very cozy relationship. You know what I'm talking about? Platonic. You know, well, I don't know. You never know these days, but I would say platonic. How much you want to bet if Fury won? Facts, Dub. I agree. 1,000%. If Fury would have won, I highly doubt he would, because he's more marketable. Let's be honest. I mean, let's be honest. And same thing that plagues Usyk. I mean, same thing that plagues Crawford is what plagues Usyk. And you know, everybody doesn't have charisma. You could not like Fury. You could like Fury. You could dislike Fury. Some people will watch Fury to see him lose. Or some people watch to see him win. There might be more people to watch to see him lose. Kind of like Floyd. You know, I'm not saying that he's a GOAT. He's not GOAT level like Floyd in my opinion. But, you know, I'm saying that he's that dynamic of a personality. He's that polarizing. You know what I'm saying? So people will tune in to see him lose, and he has that charisma. So Crawford, he's more reserved. He has a more reserved personality, and that's not good for marketing. Crawford has all the skills to pay the bills. Usyk has all the skills to pay the bills. But when it comes to marketability, whether it's for a good reason or a bad reason, he's just not out there like that from a personality standpoint. He's not very personable. Hell, he's learning English. He's stepping in the right direction. He's learning English more, and that's going to help a lot. You know, I'm not saying English, you have to learn English, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just for marketing, let's face it, you know, a lot of countries outside of America and outside of England speak English. You know, and a lot of them have their primary language, you know what I'm saying? Or at least their secondary language. So that makes it more marketable. He's being more expressive, just like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's tweeting a little more. You know what I'm talking about? The tweet, the Twitter fingers. He got a little more Twitter fingers. He talking a little more trash. He was talking trash to Errol Spence, when Errol Spence was trying to get in the ring with Fundora. So all that stuff, whether you like it or not, that helps for marketability, man. Tell me the last few big people in sports. Most of them have been talkers. Floyd, especially in boxing and the combat sports. Who was the biggest athlete in UFC? It wasn't George St. Pierre. He might be the best. It wasn't George St. Pierre. It was Conor McGregor. You see what I'm saying? What are we doing? What's the other dude? Makhmudov, the one that retired a little early because rest in peace his father. Was he bigger than Conor McGregor? Fuck no. So let's be honest here. You know what I'm saying? So that you're exactly right. I agree with you, Dub. I don't think that Tyson Fury would have been stripped at all. I think he would still have it, in my opinion. How much you are bet? So I agree with you 1,000%. I ain't gonna lose my money. Just like if Spence beat Crawford, he would. Facts. If I agree, if Spence, I don't think people necessarily dislike Spence. I mean, I could be wrong. I know people are saying that he's trash now, because I really think that they say he's trash because they're trying to shit on Crawford because it's pound for pound listing, in my opinion. But Errol Spence, he's an example of a good market, right? Like he's not considered the villain, but people just like him and gravitate towards him, you know? So he is a bigger star than Terrence Crawford. I don't think he would have been stripped either. I agree with you. Sugar looked pissed off and annoyed during the fight. The post-fight pressure, he was over. That's facts, Tech. That's a good observation. I agree. Sugar Hill looked a little annoyed because I feel like the same reason why we like Fury is the same reason why he could piss us off. Like he was like me and you discussed it already. You know what I'm saying? I just think he was celebrating. You know, he was a little too celebratory in the middle of the fight. You know, and I don't know how y'all felt, but I felt like, I'm not saying that he definitely wasn't hurt to the capacity that. He didn't hurt Usyk to the capacity in which Usyk hurt him in the ninth, but he had Usyk hurt a few times. If you watch that fight, he had Usyk hurt about 2 times, and he didn't go for the kill because he was, you know, he tried to pull a Canelo on Munguia. It's like Canelo and Munguia. Canelo dropped Munguia after the 4th round. You can't tell me that Canelo didn't coast because he's a savvy veteran. You know what I'm saying? He knows, hey, man, I got this in the bag. I don't need to go overboard or take any risks. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to beat him in dominating fashion. I could just coast. You see what I'm saying? Appreciate you in that follow button, Callous, a thespian. That's crazy. I don't even know if I can say that word. If I get, what's your name? So I can say your name, right? Callous, a thespian, lesbian. I like that. You're a thespian, huh? You're an actor, actress. Let's get right. That's what I'm talking about. We love thespians around here. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Denzel. It's my favorite thespian. But yeah. So I do feel like Tyson Fury, because I felt like Tyson Fury got comfortable because I feel like. This is me now. This is what I was looking, just analytically, using my observation skills. It looked like Tyson Fury, and I feel like we have ocular proof of that he looked like, he was demonstrating that, right? He was feeling like, hey man, this dude can't hurt me. He's been calling him a little guy. I feel like Tyson Fury's like, okay, this dude can't hurt me. He started dropping his hands, started dancing. He even went to the corner and did a little hip gyration like Muhammad Ali did against George Foreman. You know what I'm talking about? So I feel like he just got too comfortable, too cozy, and Usyk said, all right, bet. You think it's a game. You think it's a game. And he hit him in that 9th round. He hit him and said, hold on, I got to fight it. Hold on. He in that 9th round, Usyk hit Tyson Fury and said,
Nigga, you's a bitch.
It was bouncing Tyson Fury from pillar to post. Had that man out there doing a stanky leg in the 9th round. Why did he get the belt stripped? Because money. That's what I think. Let me tell it. They're saying it because Philip Hergovich. Man, stop it, bro. How come Canelo never gets stripped? Thank you, Dub. That's what I be telling people. That's why I'm not saying you can't hate Canelo. Hey, everybody got their reasons. Because I will also, I've said this earlier too, and I'm going to repeat myself. Canelo, I'm getting so hyped now because y'all know I like Canelo. Hell, I got to send him in the mo. I rock with him. I don't think he has to do anything. I think that he earned the right to choose whether we like it or not. You know, he's a great man. He's an all-time legend. He could stop boxing today. He goes down to an all-time great. So that's why how highly and high on the pedestal I hold Canelo. I think he's a great fighter. I would like him to fight. With that said, I want him to fight Benavidez. But when people blame him for not fighting Benavidez, it's like, yeah, you could blame him because he's a cash cow. He's a face of boxing. He could do whatever he wants. And contrarily, he could not do whatever he wants if he doesn't want to fight Benavidez. And yeah, we'd be mad at him. However, he shouldn't be undisputed. And this comes from somebody who likes Canelo. It's not up to him to strip himself. He's not the authoritative figure on that. He's not on any executive board. He's not part of the sanctioning bodies. You know, they're the ones that enforce the mandatories. They're the ones that set the mandatory. That's why the root word of mandatory is mandate. A fighter can't mandate somebody to fight them or not fight them. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they're going to do what Canelo wants because of the position that he's in. But the majority of the blame should go to the sanctioning body. He should be stripped. He should be stripped. Just like they stripped Usyk. Just like they stripped Crawford. Just like they stripped so many people before. Because Canelo is the biggest cash cow. Talk to him, Tech. Talk to him. But I like Canelo. I don't mind it, but it's just when you see stuff like this, that's ugly, bro. That's an ugly mark on boxing, man. That's so ugly, bro. Like they're just so blunt and disrespectful with it. Like they're just so blatant with it, man. Like they're right in your face. Like, we not gonna strip Canelo, but we gonna strip Usyk. 25 years? Come on, man. Come on, bro. At least give it a month. Damn. The only real rule in boxing is the golden rule. He who has the gold makes him talk to him. Take, but rules are rules. They should apply to exactly. But come on, man. It's directly advantageous financially for them to keep Canelo as a belt. That's why I tell people, yes, be mad at Canelo for not fighting Benavidez, but he can't get 100% of the blame. He's just like that. You know, we see the face, so it's easy to blame them. A lot of times we don't see the people behind the scenes. Like, we don't see Marco Suleiman, who's the head of a WBC or whatever I think it is. Don't quote me. And we don't get mad at the at basketball. We don't get mad at the team owners. You know, we get mad at the LeBron because we see their face. We get mad at we don't get mad at Robert Kraft. We get mad at Tom Brady because we see his face. You know what I'm saying? Back when he played on the Patriots, of course. But we got to be careful, direct our energy appropriately. I do think that Canelo he's not getting away scot-free for the blame. I say he has about 20 to 30% of the blame. I say 70% of the blame goes to the sanctioned bodies for not enforcing the mandatory and not stripping them. I'll say about 20% goes to Canelo for not wanting to, for seemingly avoiding David Benavidez. I think he'll beat David Benavidez, but he doesn't want to fight him. So 20% of the blame. And then I'll say 10% of the blame also goes to David Benavidez, because we don't forget about you being undisciplined and coming in overweight and being stripped of your belt. You know what I'm saying? Having to vacate a belt. That shit comes with your discipline. And hey, man, might have been young and young, dumb, and full of cum, as they say. But we gotta bestow the blame effectively and appropriately, man. You can't stop going off emotions. I like Canelo. I even like David Benavidez a lot. But it is what it is. We gotta tell the truth, man. That's why some people gonna like me and some people not gonna like me, because I don't pull no punches. I gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest, man. Whether I like the fighter or not. I like Canelo, but it is what it is. I like Tyson Fury. I like Usyk. There's not too many fighters I don't really like. The only fighters I don't really care for right now is I don't really care for Devin Haney. I don't really care for Lomachenko. I don't really care for and Lomachenko. I don't really. It's really the media why I don't really care for Lomachenko. But I had him beating Haney. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'd be so unbiased, it'd be hurting me sometimes, because I actually had him beating Haney, but I don't think it was a robbery, because again, just like the Usyk and Fury fight, I thought it could have went either way, and it happened to go in Devin Haney's favor. So I'm not mad at that. So if we be honest, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson would be bigger than McGee and Canelo. Stop it, bro. The only real rule. I read that already. Facts, Dub. Hey PG, can you write me a prescription for That's Crazy? I'm not that type of doctor, buddy. I have my PhD, not my MD. That's different. There's a whole bunch of type of I know a lot of people are only familiar with the doctors that work in hospitals. That's the MD. That's a medical doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a doctor of philosophy, and my philosophy is engineering. Sustainable energy engineering, to be exact. He buzzed Usyk in the 11th round too. Talk to him, Ted, because you watch boxing, bro. You watch boxing and not highlights on TikTok. That's why. That's why you know that. Yeah, that uppercut stunned Usyk. That's why you know Franklin, my boy Franklin in the building. What it do? I'm a D, the thespian, the lesbian, and the nerd. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, thespian, the lesbian, and the nurse. Let's get right. Hey, more power to you. Hold it down. You a nurse too? Ooh. We see them scrubs. I love a woman in scrubs now. Had me, of course. You're not interested though, of course. Had her look like Tipsy Fury, right? Gunman, what have I missed? Usyk on the rugs. True crime in the building. Boxing business model is stuck in the past, and that is why it will never be where it was ever again until they change the entire business model. We need a global commission that governs. Hey, enter Turkey al-Sheikh. Fever 0 to 4 hamburger buzz. That's crazy. The rules, John Travis in the building. The rules is they kill the source of attraction, which fighter generates more and more money. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not saying I just have my like I said, I just think that I'm more so mad not because I didn't expect it. Well, I did catch me. I didn't expect it this soon. I ain't gonna lie. But I just don't like it because you kind of shitting on the man parade now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody, you just won Undisputed. Now granted, you can't take it from him. He's still going down in history as Undisputed. But now the rematch is no longer Undisputed. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, so those of you that don't know, I know a lot of people don't know this, but like George Kambosos and Teofimo, they weren't undisputed. They might say they were, and I think that they should be considered undisputed, but they will never be. If you look at the history, they won't be undisputed because of technicalities. Like I think Lomachenko had the franchise something, and he didn't have the actual belt when Teofimo beat him, and then I can't remember exactly what happened with George Kambosos, but if you go look at undisputed at lightweight. 135? Lightweight, yeah. At lightweight, you'll see that the last one is Devin Haney. Before that, it was somebody else. It won't say George Kambosos or Teofimo, but it is what it is. Franklin Hamburger Buzz, CJ in the building. But yeah, man, that's all. That kind of annoys me. I feel like you raining on the man's parade, you pooping on the man's parade, and you're pooping on our parade in the future. Like, bro, it's been 25 years since we had this. Like, dang, we can't even get a rematch. I mean, but I guess if Hrgovic wins it doesn't have to be Hrgovic. I mean, I guess if Hrgovic and Dubois the winner of that, then I guess potentially Anthony Joshua could fight the winner of that, and then the winner of that will have the belt and then go fight Usyk or Fury or whoever, and then be undisputed again. I don't know. That's just trash. They were talking about stripping Usyk 2 weeks before he beat. You see what I'm talking about? I heard that from George. Oh yeah, George, one round with George Jankovic. A couple of weeks ago, just didn't think they would do it so quickly. Wow, I didn't hear about that. I missed that. Good old George, man. One round with George. That's my guy right there, man. Check out his stream. I wish I could shout him out. It's not like Twitch, but yeah, check out George Jankovic streams, man. Is it Jankovic or Jankovic? I always wonder if I pronounce his name right, but that's a dope guy right there. That's a boxing expert right there. He's so humble. He won't tell you that he's expert, but gosh dang, he's expert. You've been around the boxing so long, he's an expert, man. My boy DZ in the building. I for real watched the fight, went to dinner, and caught a flight home, and now he ain't champion. So I know you don't watch boxing as much. He's still champion. So an undisputed fight. Let me know if you know this already, cause I'll stop. But so Undisputed now is a 4-belt era. Before it was 3 belts. But the 4 big belts, you know, there's plenty of belts. Hell, I can go fight in the street and mess around and get somebody's belt. I'll get the Tallahassee hood belt. You know, I don't know. There's so many belts, but the 4 big belts, the major belts right now is WBC, WBO, WBA, and IBF. So he still has 3 of those belts. But in order to be undisputed, you have to have all 4 of the belts. And so he's getting stripped, so he's no longer undisputed. But I mean, you still have that accomplishment. So he still recognized as undisputed, you know, like when you vacate and you leave, go to new division, you still, like Terrence Crawford is still considered undisputed at 140, but he just doesn't have all the belts. So if he fights again, those belts aren't on the line. So why it's pivotal in this case is because they're talking about a rematch. So how can you have a match for undisputed and then the same rematch involving, then the rematch involving the same combatants and the same parties that were in the first fight? How can you have a rematch and not be for the same, you know what I'm saying, not have the same stakes? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I don't know. That's disappointing. There's no heavyweight right now. That's effing with Joe Frazier or Foreman, let alone Mike or all that. I agree. I ain't gonna lie, Luna. I think, I know it looks a little different now. You know, opinions change. You know, as what have you done for me lately? I still think Fury would give a lot of heavyweights in any era trouble. I don't know about Usyk. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm not disrespecting Usyk. I just don't. I don't know. You know. But you can only fight who's in front of you, you know what I'm saying? But I tend to agree with you. But I do think that Fury gives a lot of heavyweights trouble. Just Fury on his game, but part of Fury is that you don't know what Fury you're going to get. Like a box of chocolates. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Tom Hanks. The winner of Hergovich versus Dubois gets to fight AJ now. Think about it. Yeah, they want AJ to have at least 1 belt when he fight. Yeah, exactly. And if Fury wins rematch, we have an all UK undisputed. That's crazy. And that sells 1.5 million. Yeah, facts. Tallahassee hood belt would honestly be a hard fuck belt to get. Yeah, there's just so many belts, man. So that's the problem with boxing. It's kind of what Tech was alluded to earlier, you know, with so many things going on. But at the same time, I think it's good for. I think there's pros and cons of having. You know, I think there's pros and cons of having different promotions, different belts, different sanctioned bodies, as opposed to one just overall governing body. Because, of course, you know, like, let's say like the UFC model, right? What's the problem with UFC? And I mean, I know that from a fan, a consumer's point of view, you probably shouldn't care, but I do care. You know, I like the athletes, and I appreciate them for the entertainment, and not saying like not sounding sentimental or nothing like that, but I do think that, you know, they put their lives on the line. So, and it's no coincidence that Francis Ngannou came over to boxing and got his biggest pay. Like, hell, his coach, one of his coaches said that he got his biggest payday in all his years of coaching in the UFC combined. That one fight that he coached Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. So, you know what I'm saying? So those are the cons. You know, you don't get compensated as much. That's why hell, Jorge Masvidal and was it Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz? One of the Diaz brothers. They're fighting. They both never boxed, and they're fighting a boxing fight. Just because it's so much, you know, it's so much more lucrative, you know, to do boxing. You know, it's more attractive, and, you know, there's more money that the fighters could get. So there's pros and cons and everything. But then again, you know, the pro with the UFC model is that, hey, Dana White go make sure the best fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Even if they in the slave deal. You know what I'm talking The Gucci, you feel me? The Gucci belt, the marijuana belt. Talk to him. So there's pros and cons to both business models, but of course, from the consumer standpoint, you know, gravitate towards the UFC model, but at the same time, but then look, we have Turkey on the sheep, so you're gonna separate the wolves from the sheep, right? You know, he gonna put that money up, so that money that Canelo won, he said 200 million. Turkey on the sheep dropped that out of his pocket on a Tuesday. He said 200 million, there's nothing. 200 million, that's it. You don't want 300? So of course, everybody has a pride, and nobody wants to be taken as a fool and be taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? If feel used, but he gonna throw that money out there, man. So. I personally think that Canelo will fight Benavidez. If he doesn't fight Benavidez, I don't think he's gonna fight Benavidez next. I think he's gonna fight Edgar Berlanga. I think he fights Benavidez afterwards. But if he doesn't, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be disappointed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, me personally, I won't be too disappointed because, like I said, I've been watching Canelo for a long time, man. Like, I was watching Canelo before I liked Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I say this story all the time. I didn't initially like Canelo. I didn't dislike him. I just didn't care for him. And, you know, I kind of disliked it because I felt like they were trying to push him to the forefront, like force him into being a star. But then, you know, he beat, you know, when he fought Austin Trout, I was going for Austin Trout. When he fought Miguel Cotto, I was going for Miguel Cotto. I really like Miguel Cotto, and I liked Austin Trout at the time. They're both undefeated prospects. And Erislandy Lara, I think Erislandy Lara beat him, but I was also going for Erislandy Lara against Canelo as well. You know, but every time I see him fight, it's like, whether he lost or he won, he always impressed me. So he earned my fandom. You know, of course, against Floyd, I was going for Floyd. I don't remember if I was going for him or Sugar Shane. I think I was going for Sugar Shane when he fought. I don't know how late that was in his career, though. I might be talking out my neck. But definitely the first Triple G fight. Triple G was one of my favorite fights. I was going for Triple G over Canelo. But every time I see Canelo's just like, that boy just nice, bro. Like, especially after, if you see Canelo, go watch Canelo pre-Floyd. Bro, you can't tell me that, man, that Floyd loss wasn't the most beneficial thing to Canelo. And I love that. Like, he's a student of the game, bro. He had no head movement. Now the man got the best head movement in the, you know what I'm saying? He out there looking like Neo in Triple G versus Canelo in the second fight. He was out there putting his hands down and just, you know what I'm talking about? He was just bobbing and weaving. Like, he wasn't doing that before. You know, so I think that Munguia could also do this. You know, it depends on how he takes the loss. I think he could flip the Canelo loss into something being the best thing in his career. You know, so it depends on how you handle losses. Like, even Devin Haney, you know, I think Devin Haney could bounce back. It's going to be harder because Devin Haney got brutalized. You know, assuming that Ryan Garcia didn't cheat, but we'll see if he cheated. You know, I think the cards are stacked against him that he probably did cheat. But we'll find out in a couple days. But so that might change my verdict. But if I think that even Devin Haney, you know, it's gonna be tough because he got brutalized and the way he lost that fashion. I don't know if you can necessarily get better, but hey, man, you know, I mean, they say pressure make diamonds, man. Pressure make diamonds or bust pipes. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna bust your pipe or make a diamond. You're gonna shine from it. So where Ryan B. Sample did everybody forget? Right now, I ain't forget Illuminati. I just talked about it. That's funny that you said it. Yeah, 2 days, baby. 2 days. So the 22nd. So Wednesday, right? Wednesday. I don't see that. That's the only thing though. I don't know. I don't know. Are they testing it Wednesday or are they like? Is it immediate results? I don't think so. I don't know if they're. I think they're opening it on Wednesday. Like that's when the tests commence. I don't know if they're gonna test it and how fast, you know, that process goes. I don't know if we're going to know the results that same day. I'm not familiar with the process, so don't get me lying. But I know it starts on the 22nd. Does it start and end on the 22nd? That I don't know. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. We need a governing body with no ties to any state athletic commission, facts, or promoters that will say you will make these fights, period, facts, or you will be penalized. Then we get the best fights when we need them. That's true. Not until June 22nd for the B-Sub. May 22nd. Not June, May. Take you right about that though. Yeah, Ryan said in the interview that he might fail the B sample. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, but I think he was still speaking from the conspiracy standpoint. I don't think he was. Wait, unless you saw another interview, he said it like he might feel like he took something. I'm going to the Tyson Paul. Oh, word? Georgia going too? Ooh, that's gonna be fun. That's in Texas. Y'all both going? Oh man, I wish I could go, man. My money situation just ain't the best right now, man. Damn, that'd be dope to meet you all there. That'd be cool, man. Y'all going to the fight. That's gonna be a great time. I never seen the Jake Paul fight live because I think it's a sham. But I will watch this dude Mike Tyson. Damn, that'd be cool to kick it with the homies, man. Yeah, so the B sample should be open in 2 days, man. May 22nd, man. Now, are you saying that it might have just been a mistake that Tech broke, but are you saying that it's going to take a month to get the results? That'd be crazy. They better stop dragging their damn feet. I'm only 3 hours from. Oh, you're in Texas. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I got a lot of people in Texas, man. I got to hit you up if I ever do make it out there. Hell yeah. Shoot, I even applied for a little gig out there at Lockheed Martin. I don't know if I'm going to get it, though. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that Oleksandr Usyk. We can talk about anything else now. I just want to get that off my chest, man. I think I'm not even sure. I mean, because Joseph Parker's still out there too. We forget about Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker need to fight. I don't know if maybe Ajit Kabayel fights Joseph Parker. You know, I don't know. And Joseph Parker was in Riyadh. He was doing some commentary too, right? Some side commentary or sideline commentary, if you will. So maybe he gets Ajit Kabayel. I don't know. I was thinking maybe the winner of Hrgovic. Nah, I always thought the winner of Hrgovic and Dubois should get Anthony Joshua. But Joseph Parker can fight Ajit Kabayel, and the winner, I don't know. Wilder versus Usyk. I don't even want to see that, man. I like Wilder, bro. But like I said, man, Wilder. Oh, I forgot about Wilder and Zhang, too. So, yeah. So, I guess the winner of Wilder and Zhang, yeah, it depends on who wins, right? Of course, if Wilder wins, then we'll probably get Wilder and AJ. I don't know. We'll see. But I would fully assume that if Wilder beats Zhang, which I don't think he will, if Wilder beats Zhang, I think we'll get Wilder AJ immediately. Especially with Usyk and Fury tied up with each other. Usyk already beat AJ. Bro, I definitely don't want to see a trilogy with Usyk and AJ. Hell no. I do not want to see a trilogy. That's how long a sample took. Oh. Probably 2 to 3 weeks to get the results. Ugh, that's ugly. Parker deserves a title shot. He has a belt. He has the best 2 wins of any heavyweight in the last 18 months. I agree. Even though I think that was Wilder by name only. Like I said, I think Wilder is a shell of himself, man. I really like Wilder. What was my favorite heavyweight, admittedly, but I just don't think just from that showing against Joseph Parker, it just looked like Father Time. Sometimes Father hit time creeps up on you. Sometimes Father Time smacks you like that. You know, it pops on you, and I think Father Time popped up on him. You know, he has the most fights. He has more fights than any other heavyweight currently, right? He has like 48 fights, something like that. He's been through the trilogy with Tyson Fury. That was a war. He had a rematch with Luis Ortiz, so that's 2 fights with Luis Ortiz. I don't care how fast he got him out of the second fight. He had 2 fights with Bermane Stiverne. I don't care how fast he got him out of the second fight. That means he went, you know, the distance the first fight with Bermane Stiverne, and then you know he was losing against Ortiz till he hit him with that equalizer. So he been through some battles. And I just think that I mean, we'll see though. He said he's refocused, and now that was just an off night. I highly doubt that. So I don't really, like I told everybody, man. I think that Wilder, I don't think he could compete at a high level in a safe manner. I feel like especially at heavyweights, right? 1 punch. So I feel like he could get hurt severely in there. I wouldn't want to see him versus Usyk. I think to me, and not to discredit Joseph Parker. I mean, you can only fight who's in front of you, and I thought he implemented the game plan and he executed it. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like more importantly, Wilder was a heavy favorite for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That fight, if you remember, it was supposed to be a walk in the park for Wilder to beat Parker, and then AJ to beat Wallen, and then it was supposed to be AJ versus Wilder. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be the setup, and it just didn't happen. Just like Usyk and Fury. Fury's supposed to be Usyk, and if AJ finally, that was supposed to be the setup. So it seems like every setup that AJ's involved in, it gets derailed. So, but yeah, I think that I think people were more surprised, even more so than you're impressed that Parker won. You're more shocked and surprised at how bad Wilder looked. You know, I feel like any honest person will tell you that. So I don't think Wilder beats any real contender or champion at heavyweight. I don't even think he beats any real contender, to be honest. So, but we'll see though. My was gonna cook the man. I think so too. Supporter in the building. I do think Parker deserves a title shot because he beat Wilder and Zhang. Those are both his last 2 wins. So I do. And now his win against Zhang was very impressive, because you know he overcame 2 knockdowns and he won by majority decision by outpointing Zhang, who appeared to be gassed. But he's also, you know, he's 41. He doesn't have that much ring mileage though. So his physical age is up there. He's 41, him being Zhang. But his ring age, you know, he's pretty young. He doesn't have that many professional fights. I think he only has like 27 professional fights, so not even 30 fights yet. So Wilder needs to get away from Malik. He has 1 win since leaving Brink. Bro, like I said, man, I know people might disagree with me, man. I've never been a big fan of changing coaches. No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't change coaches, you know, because, you know, eventually sometimes you change coaches. Like, look at Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao went to Freddie Roach, and, you know, he became who he is today. I think that was a mutually beneficial relationship, but he got him young though, you know, he got him early on. But I seldom that I think that fighters should move on from their. I don't think that should be the go-to. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when I watch NBA, you know, and like a team doesn't make the finals and they get rid of the coach. Like, yeah, that's somewhat of a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Like even James Kirkland. I don't know if y'all remember. Oh, I know you remember James Kirkland. You from Texas. I think James Kirkland's from Texas, so I'm sure you remember him. Like, he shouldn't have never left Ann Wolf. And then he left Ann Wolf and got smutted. And then he went back to Ann Wolf, and then he won a couple fights, but then he, I believe he fought Canelo, and he lost to Ann Wolf. I mean, he lost to Ann Wolf in his quarter, but I just think Canelo was too much for him, you know. I don't think that had nothing to do with Ann Wolf, but I don't think his other loss had anything to do with Ann Wolf. But, you know, hey, sometimes you bump heads and stuff like that. Like, right now, Errol Spence, I really hope that him and Derek James could get that, you know, whatever they're going through, their legal issues, you know, and the money situation. I hope they could get that ironed out and situated, because I don't think he should leave. That, you know, but you couldn't leave and get better, but, you know, I don't know, man. Now, I'm not really a big fan of them leaving, splitting from the coach over a loss. So I agree with you is what I'm saying. I don't think Wilder should have ever left. I don't, no disrespect to Malik Scott. I tried to, I almost said Malik Monk because we talking about basketball. I was talking about basketball. But I think Malik Scott, I'm not saying he's a bad trainer, but I just don't know if he's a good one, you know, and I know I feel like some people be reaching a little bit when they say that, oh, you should let somebody train you that couldn't beat you. I don't necessarily believe that, because it's like some of the best coaches, you don't have to be a good fighter to be a good coach. Freddie Roach is a Hall of Fame coach. He wasn't the best fighter. The Mayweathers, Roger Mayweather, rest in peace. He wasn't the best fighter, but I mean, he's a hell of a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Even in basketball, you know, Steve Kerr wasn't Michael Jordan, but he's a pretty good coach. I'm not saying he's the best, but even Mark Jackson was a great coach, and He's a better coach than he's a basketball player. Phil Jackson's a better coach than he was basketball player. So, you know what I'm saying? IBF was one of the one who also stripped Bud Crawford of his belt while he was waiting if Spence would actually want to rematch. Right? Yeah, IBF, same culprit, man. Won't be famous. What's good? Yep, same IBF, brother. Wilder needs to get all right about that already. And Helenius ain't nothing to brag about. Facts. Yeah. I mean, AJ and Wilder walked through him. The Zhang win was more impressive with the Wilder than the Wilder. I agree, but I got that bag from him being Wilder. Hell yeah, he was an underdog. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So Joseph Parker was definitely the underdog. Like, but good for you for seeing that because I was shocked. I did not anticipate to go down like that. New York crumbled like they're built. Stop it, bro. That's crazy. He said like they're. No, I might time you out for that one. That's crazy. People died in that, man. You wildin'. Get him out of here, chat. Yeah, we about to get supporter out of here, bro. You wild. You can't make no jokes, bro. I'm in America. You trying to get me canceled. He should have stayed. Rest in peace to our fallen soldiers, the Twin Towers. He should have stayed with Breland. You trying to get me in trouble. Now all of a sudden everybody want to fight Wilder the way he looked. Okay, Illuminati, you know what time it is, bro. They calling out Wilder. Yeah, even Jared Anderson calling out Wilder. Man, sit your ass. You better go fight Ajit Caballero. Ajit is legit. Ajit looks legit. You better go fight Ajit Caballero or Richard Torres Jr. You over here calling out Wilder. That's a perfect fight. Jared Big Baby Anderson versus Richard Torres Jr. That's what you need to go fight. Or fight the winner of Andy Ruiz and Jared Miller. Even though if Jared Miller wins, I don't want to see that, but. I'm actually in southeastern Oklahoma, but live outside. Okay. Oh, shoot, that's neighbor. So that's a burned bridge now, though, right? Yeah. That's a burned bridge now. Yeah. Malik is in the head trainer. He could be a good second, though. Yeah. Coach D'Amato didn't have a pro career, and look at the talent he coached. Facts. I knew Andy Lee would have the game plan. Fact. Oh yeah, true. When not, he tried to get me in trouble, bro. Charles Martin damn near slept Jared Anderson. Yes, I remember that. And Charles Martin. I said, I don't want to be disrespectful, but come on, man. Charles Martin, man. Come on, man. I be liking to respect fighters, bro. But, I'm talking about Charles Martin, bro. Come on, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to be honest. This is what I say. I'm not saying that I feel that way now. But when I saw Charles Martin, I can't remember who he won the title from. I was like, this got to be the worst heavyweight champion I've ever seen in my life. I remember that's what I said. Forgive me. God forgive me. My bad, Charles, bro. But I just got caught. I was like, when I saw him, I said, nah. I can't remember who he beat to get the championship. Who did he beat to get the championship? Dang, who did he beat, bro? I don't remember, man. But when he got his title, I said, this got to be the worst heavyweight champion I've ever seen in my life. That's what I said immediately afterward, bro. That's wrong, dog. But I ain't gonna lie. There was nothing impressive about Charles Martin, Who did he beat, bro? Did he beat Chris Arreola? I don't remember who he beat, bro. Ain't no way he beat. Was it Chris Arreola? I don't know. I was so disappointed. I said, ain't no way. And Jared Anderson struggled with him, man. Man, come on, bro. That dude don't. But I mean, Jared Anderson, someone told us himself. He said, man, he wanted to retire early, man. He just doing it because he can, and there's nothing wrong with that too. As long as we got to be careful too. Sometimes we put expectations on these fighters that don't have those expectations. Sometimes it is just an out for them, and a way to make money, and something that they're naturally gifted at, and. Just because they're just everybody tall ain't good at basketball, so or don't necessarily want to be the best at basketball. Some people just want to come in and they do it because they're good at it and they can make money. And ain't nothing wrong with that either. Remember Luis Ortiz punching Charles Martin and he looked in the King Kong Ortiz, my guy right there, man. I rocked with Luis King Kong Ortiz, man. People used to shit on him too, man. Luis Ortiz was a beast. You better stop playing. And guess who fought him? Deontay Wilder, man. Deontay Wilder fought everybody, bro. That man fought everybody, bro. I don't know how people don't like Deontay Wilder, dog. I don't get it, bro. I really don't understand it, bro. Like, you should celebrate it. We should celebrate that somebody who was a one-trick pony, which he was. He wasn't the best fundamentally, but he picked up boxing late. He was an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? Why did he get so much? That to me, that's just mind-blowing. I don't get how he gets so much disrespect, bro. The man capitalized and maximized his one talent, bro. We should celebrate that. Some people have one talent, they don't know what to do with it. They don't do nothing with it. This man uses that right hand and his athleticism, and he got all the way to the top, bro. We should celebrate that, bro. But instead, people shit on it. That's what people think I go so hard for Deontay Wilder, bro. I'm not like, I pretty much. I mean, I'm pretty much very good at being objective, bro. But I do like Wilder, though. He's my favorite heavyweight, but I don't say, oh, because I like Wilder, I think he's going to beat. Like, hell, I got him losing against Zhang Zhang. I'll be rooting for him, though. But I think he's going to lose. And, yeah, I just tell you how it is, man. Deontay Wilder fought. Bro, I remember, you remember back then it was, back then, like, it was a long, long time ago. Like, 15 years, whatever, however long ago it was, the 4 best heavyweights were, the 4, who were considered the 4 best heavyweights. It was Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Luis Ortiz. Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury and he fought Luis Ortiz. He fought 2 of the top 4. He can't fight himself. Anthony Joshua ain't fight none of the top 4. He didn't fight Luis Ortiz. He didn't fight Tyson. He still ain't fight Tyson Fury. He didn't fight Deontay Wilder. You know, so all of a sudden now he wants to fight Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder looked like food against Joseph Parker. Come on, man. And guess what? Anthony Joshua, who did he beat? He beat Joseph Parker. So he figures he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling Anthony Joshua a punk or nothing like that, but it's just hard not to talk about what I observe. You know what I'm saying? It's unacceptable, bro. Bro, you can't tell me if Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua were from America that people would have let them get away with not fighting each other for this long. I don't care what promotional company they're with. I don't care if they're with Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Oscar De La Hoya. I don't care who they with. I don't care who they're with, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum, I don't care who they're with, bro. There's no way 2 top heavyweights from 2 top prospects who turned into champions who are from the same country in the same division and haven't fought each other for 10 plus years. That's crazy. Come on, bro. Smoochie said AJ a fraud. I don't know why. I think AJ is pretty good. I've always thought he was pretty good. But I do think that, he be ducking. Wilder's 1-punch KO power is otherworldly. That's a fact. Won't be famous. That's a fact. When Ortiz lost, all of a sudden everybody wanted to fight. Talk to him, Illuminati. That's what they do. That's what they do. Like you said, man, I think he got Charles Martin out of there in the 5th round, 6th round. May have been 7th, I don't remember, but he got him out of there, Adari Pennant, what's good? Adari says, can you imagine a hybrid cross mix between Terrence Crawford, Jerron Ennis, but has a heavyweight boxer? But as a heavyweight, but that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Because Jerron, like I said, I know Smoochie, don't get on my head. I'm sorry, Smoochie, cover your ears. But I'm not fully sold on Boots yet. I have to see Boots fight some stiffer competition, then I'll be sold. But like I said, he passes the eye test. He has all the ingredients seemingly to be the next boxing prodigy. Pound for pound great. I'm not saying he doesn't look like he fits the mold, but I'm saying I have to see him. Like I'm saying I've never been a fan. I'm a fan of proving your worth or earning your worth. Like for like. Look at this kid, Brian Norman, who just knocked out Giovanni Santillan. Even if Giovanni Santillan, if Boots would have beat him, to me, that'd be the best person on Boots' resume. If Boots beats Brian Norman, I think he would now be the best person on his resume. If he beats Mario Barrios, that'd be the best person that he faced. If he fights Stanionis, he'll be the best person that he faced. If he fights what's the other guy in the welterweight division? There's somebody else. Stanionis. There's another guy, bro. Anyway, there's so many people that Boots can fight that will be the best person that he's fought. Conor Benn. And I think Boots beats all these people I just named. I think he beats every single one. I'm not saying that they'll be difficult for him, so don't misconstrue my words. I think he beats them all. But it's something to say when those people that I named, who aren't necessarily great, they're decent, but they would all be the best person that he's fought up to date. So, I think Boots he has to show me a little more, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely looks good. But it's one thing to look good against people that we expect you to look good against, and it's another thing to look good how Terrence Crawford looked good against Sean Porter, or who's a champion, or Terrence Crawford looked good against Errol Spence, who's pound for pound champion, or how good Terrence Crawford looked against Victor Postal, who was an undefeated champion, or Yuriorkis Gamboa, who was a becoming undefeated sensation at the time he fought. He looked good against him. You know what I'm saying? So. Jose Benavidez, who's a tough man. Jose Benavidez Jr., no one has ever stopped him. Terrence Crawford stopped him. You see what I'm saying? So he went up and fought Jamal Charlo. Now, Jamal Charlo might not be all the way there, mentally and stuff like that. He might be going through some mental hardships right now, but he still fought Jamal Charlo, who's a much bigger man, and Jamal Charlo didn't even stop him. But Terrence Crawford stopped. So it's one thing to look good against people you're supposed to look good against. It's nothing to look good entirely against people that are also that we know are bona fide good. Wilder was the best one-trick pony boxer. Thank you, Tech. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, bro. That's all I ask, bro. Can we give the man some credit, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is that cool, bro? Like, if someone maximizes their talent, why are they not applauded? Now, if you don't like him personally, You know, 'cause I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when Deontay Wilder be talking, I'd be like, man, somebody shut this. Sometimes he be talking, bro, and I just want to say,
Shut up, bitch!
oh my god! No disrespect, but I feel like Deontay. You know, I don't know if you ever talk to them people. Hell, I might be one of those people. But sometimes when somebody talks and they feel like everything they say is just so profound, so deep, I feel like Deontay Wilder is one of those dudes. You know, it's kind of like Wale. I don't know if you listen to rap and stuff like y'all listen to rap and stuff, or listen to Wale. You know, when I didn't like Wale, I wanted to like Wale, but I feel like every time Wale rapped, he would say the most basic thing and act like it was just so deep, like it went over everybody's head. Like, bro, that was not that deep. Relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you just come on, bro. Shut up. That's what, so if you don't like Wilder like that, you be talking to him or something like that, okay, but you should not dislike Wilder because he doesn't have the best boxing skills. That's why you should like him. Because he didn't have all the skills everybody had, and he still became champion, and he was still undefeated for 10 plus years. Do you know how hard it is to be the heavyweight champion of the world? That all you have is a right hand. Talk to him. It would be impossible for any other. Talk to him, Tech. Talk to him, Tech. How you get lucky for 10? That's what I said. But people be having trouble having a lucky day. You tell me someone had a lucky decade plus? Stop it, bro. That motherfuckers really saying Wilder shouldn't be in the Hall. Oh, it don't matter what they say. Whether they like it or not, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. They ain't got to say it, believe it, or want it, or whatever. We gonna see when Deontay Wilder retires, he's gonna be in the Hall. You can't be a champion for 6 years or 5 years and not be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what kind of boxing people be watching, bro. If you don't think Deontay Wilder's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, I got another thing to tell you. You got another thing coming. AJ's a good boxer, but it's like he doesn't know what kind of boxer he wants to be, bro. Yeah, I agree, but I think Ben Davison is getting him on the right track. You know what I'm saying? To kind of find his identity. But I agree. Sometimes he'll look one way in one fight, look another way another fight. But I think AJ has to just, like you said, find himself, and I think he kind of has right now. You know, he doesn't have the best footwork. You know, he's kind of flat-footed, but he's still athletic, and you know he's power. He's physically imposing. He just gotta protect his chin. You know, his chin got a little shaky. Wilder would have never got credit knocking down. Oh, never. We need to see Boots' chin checked real good. That part too. Only question I have left about Boots. You better than me. I got a lot of questions. Yeah, but yeah. I want to see Boots against somebody who not only take a punch, because we seen him go the distance. I want to see, like you said, I want to see how well he takes a punch, and somebody who doesn't quit. You know what I'm saying? And somebody who has some real boxing skills. You know, I want to see him against like I said, I don't think he has to be. I'm not saying Boots is not. He looks the part. I want to be very. I think there's nobody that I could think of in the welterweight division that would beat Boots. But still, you know, just because I don't think it, you know, don't mean it won't happen, bro. There's upsets for a reason. You know, people get upset all the time in boxing. They have a category for it called Upset of the Year. People get upset. Hell, no one would have thought that Louis Neary was going to drop Naya anyway like that. I mean, I guess some people did, but not too many. Boots a hype job. Nah, I ain't gonna say a hype job. I'm not saying a hype job. But I do think to a certain extent, like people, I think he's a hype job from the perspective that he's one of the best. How can you call him one of the best? He hasn't even fought anybody that's good. You could argue he arguably has not fought anybody that we know is good. So how could he be the best? So from that standpoint, I think he's hyped. I think he's hyped up. But I don't think he's a hype job because I do think he's gonna be great. But I still think it's, you know, it's one thing to see something be done and another to believe to think something could be done. So, you know, there's been plenty of fighters that we thought were gonna be that deal. And, you know, when the push came to shove, it wasn't, you know. I put Buddy on Stadiotis to beat Boots. Ooh. If he does it, he's going to catch Boots and hurt him. Ooh. Yeah, I ain't with you on that one. I put Buddy on Boots. Stadiotis get hit too much. But, like I said, that's a good fight. Doc, who you got if Tiger Johnson and Andy Lee fought? Tiger Johnson from back in the day? And Andy Lee? Andy Lee was good, though. I don't know. I don't know, man. I would have to think about that one. I don't know, bro. No, not back in the day. No, you talk about. I'm confused with somebody else. Who's Tiger Johnson? No, I'm just confused with somebody else. Who you talking about? Tiger Johnson. Let me look him up real quick. Oh, that's a young dude, Delonte Johnson. I was thinking about somebody else from back then. I was like, hold on, I'm confused. I'm thinking about somebody else. I don't know him. I don't know Delonte Johnson that well. 12-0. I think I seen him. Let me see. I don't know if I've seen this guy fight. So I don't know. Who you got? I think Andy Lee is a good fighter though. I put money on. I read that. I think Boots has real power potential, but has to face a better time. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Santillan got mollywopped by no. Exactly. Just needs to tighten up his defense a little, and he will be a future power. Yeah. Oh, you talking about Brian Norman? You think he's a future? Yeah, he's only 23 as well. He's only 23. Rolly would be 100-0 fighting the tomatoes that Boots fight. That's crazy. No, I'm not saying that Boots hasn't fought any. First of all, I don't think he fought any tomatoes. I think the fighters that he fought are okay. I'm just saying I don't know if they're good. You know, there's a difference between. Like, for example, I think Roman Villa is decent, but is he good? I don't know. I'll be right back. Let me see what my thoughts are. I'm not saying that they're ass. I'm just saying I'm not convinced. I'm gonna happen. Just wait. It's gonna happen. Just wait. Yeah, that's what. Wait. I'm gonna wait. Cause like I said, I think he has the ingredients. You know, I think he will be a great. I just don't know. You know, I just don't know. I'm just not sure. You know, like what's that young kid that had his debut and got stopped? He was supposed to be real good. I can't remember his name. He had his top ranked debut. Excuse me, not his debut in boxing, but not his professional debut, but his top ranked debut, and he lost. He lost on his top. It was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember the young man's name. He had his top ranked debut. He just got over the top rank, and he lost. He's gonna happen. Just wait. Agreed. Absolutely. CJ was good. The Family's Cartel Dub Zeros. I think Stanionis will be. You think Stanionis will beat him too? Oh wow, y'all think Boots? Like I said, I'm not gonna say Boots is a hype job because I think Boots is gonna beat Cody Crowley. Which I'm not saying that he's the best, but he is a mandatory, and you know, I do think that, like I said, I don't know who beats him at 147. So I'm not saying I think, like I said, all the people that I named, I think he beats, but I still need to see it. Not gonna lie, he might be a hype job for real. Hype jobs don't do that to Lipid. Hype jobs don't do that to Lipidus. Yeah, Lipidus. Yeah, that's the English fighter, right? Exactly. I can't wait till he's everybody's favorite boxer. I think Stanionis would best him too. Boost gets hit a lot too. That's true. Boost does get touched, but I just think that, hey, we'll see. Because Stanionis said he wants to fight him, so I wouldn't be shocked if that's the next fight. Johnson was on the Osheki versus Nova. Okay, I knew I seen him before. Okay, I definitely saw. I remember we watched that whole card. I don't know who wins, that or Andy Lee. I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to see more of him. I think that was my first time seeing him, supporter. Boost definitely gets hit a lot. I forgot his name. I remember. Yeah, Saul is the one who should be stripped. The best man won. Usyk now a shed load of bullets to go through again. The powers that be our royalty effing up our sport. I agree, Penny. Usyk, yeah, I agree with that. And I like this coming from somebody who likes Canelo. I think Canelo should be stripped, but they're not going to do it because he's the face of boxing, and you know, face of boxing means they make the most money off of him. Yeah, I agree with that though. As much as I like Canelo, you know, it has nothing to do with me liking him. It's just rules are rules, and fair is fair, and I don't think Usyk should be stripped. It was one of the FA versus the Italian. Yeah, FA Ajagba versus I know you're talking about. I don't remember the dude's name right now though. Yeah, I remember that. A washed up Lipiditz. The boy plays soccer. Stop it. The dude who lost his debut. Yeah. The dude who lost his debut. Yeah. I can't remember. I just don't remember his name. But yeah. So I did see Tiger Johnson fight before, but I don't know who wins. That's a good hypothetical though. I would lean towards Andy Lee. Andy Lee was good. One great, but he was good. Yeah, the dude lost his debut was on the FA Ajagba card. Yeah, versus the guy who fought. Yeah, because FA Ajagba versus the one that they said he was robbed. I don't think he was robbed, but it was a close fight though. Yeah. Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I thought FA Ajagba lost. That was on the Jared Anderson versus Riyad Mariah card. Whatever, that dude that came in and sold out. He ain't throw no punches. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, and that was that man lost his top ranked debut. So you just never know, you know. So that's what Boots is like. I mean, hell, like I said, I don't like to reference this fight because until it's determined if Ryan Garcia was cheating or not. But look at Devin Haney. Who expected that? I put money on Ryan Garcia, and I didn't even expect that. So, you know what I'm saying? I won money off that fight. I wasn't expecting that, you know? But like I said, I don't like referencing that fight because I want to see the results of the test. You know, if he's clean, then that's a great win for him. That's a great win for boxing. You know, because I like when the underdogs win and it shakes up boxing, man. That's dope. That's what keeps us interested. That's what we love to see. At least I do. I get excited for that. But if he did indeed cheat, then you know I can't support that because people really get messed up in boxing. I can't support that at all. And that's trash. I think he should get banned, or at least suspended a minimum of 2 years, just like Amir Khan got 2 years for having the same osterine in his system. When Boots lose to a great boxer, you know what people will say. Oh yeah, you already know. I already know, bro. Come on, man. But like I said, I'm not sure. I think Boots. You know, I asked, but I expected that everyone was surprised by Crawford. I said it for 5 years. There's levels in boxing. Oh yeah, you thought that Crawford would beat Spence? I was torn. I thought that was an even fight. I was surprised at that. You know, if Errol Spence would have did Terrence Crawford like that, I would have been surprised. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be a closer fight. You know, but Crawford is a beast. So and people say that too. But I don't think no other fighter does Spence like that besides Crawford. Crawford is a phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? All-time talent. The whole Garcia-Haney fight was a doozy. From the training camp to the pre-fight to the fight to the post. Facts. That's a fact, man. But like, even with that fight, you know, like I said, Ryan Garcia, like I said, I thought he did everything well, you know, everything well except for the cheating part. If he cheated, you know, so like I said, I want to withhold judgment. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to say he cheated, and I definitely won't call it a conspiracy theory. So I'm not with that either. So those that are saying, "Oh, it's a conspiracy," ain't no free conspiracy. How could they didn't? Were they conspiring against Conor Ben? How was everybody saying it's a conspiracy theory when Conor Ben got caught cheating? What about Amir Khan? What about for Alicia Bumgarner? What about for Jared Miller? Where was all the conspiracy theories there? What about for Oscar Valdez? Nobody was conspiring against them, but they're conspiring against Ryan Garcia. Stop it, man. He tested positive, so it could be a mistake, though. You know, there's a lot of things that could happen. You know, it could be he could have even ingested it unintentionally. It could have been something contaminated. That's all. Everything's a possibility. Even if it's a slim chance, it's still a chance. You know, even if it's a rarity, it's still a possibility. So, like I said, I'm not gonna say he cheated, but the evidence stacked against him does not look good. You know, the test came back positive. So now people blaming Devin Haney for like how you blaming Devin Haney for Ryan Garcia tested positive. What the hell I got to do with Devin Haney? Yeah, May 22nd. Yep. I don't know if it's the reveal. Like I was talking with earlier with Tech, and Tech said, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure though, Smoochie. I'm not sure if that's when the test starts, or is that you know what I'm saying, or they test it right now and it gets revealed on 22nd. From what I read, the test commences on the 22nd. You know, I heard that they're gonna open the B sample and test it on the 22nd, and then you know I don't know how long that process takes to get the results. Is it instantaneous? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be same day. It's going to be 24 hours, 48 hours. Tech said it might be 2 to 3 weeks, just like the first A sample was. You know, I don't know. Because sometimes they do get the results faster, you know. That's what I thought. That's the thing that I thought looked a little suspicious, you know, was how long it took them to come out with the results. And they did it coincidentally during the Canelo fight week, you know. That's what I was like, that made me wonder more, you know. They come out with test results faster. And I mean, look, they already had the Usyk. Don't they have the Usyk and Tyson Fury test results already? If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw somewhere where they got the results with Usyk and Tyson Fury back already about them being clean with the VADA tester. So why the hell did it take so long for them to get the Ryan Garcia positive test back? And they fought on 420. They didn't get the results back until the Canelo and McGee are about to fight on Cinco de Mayo week. So that was a long time, you know. That was like a week and a half or 2 weeks. Now it was like 2 weeks. I'll be honest. I believe Haney. He said he's never been outclassed like that. He's fought way better comp. But then again, they were 3-3. Yeah, that's the thing, CJ. I don't think there's nothing to believe with Haney. Like, of course, Haney. In my opinion, I think Haney should just. I mean, I never tell another man what to do. Like I'm saying, but I think Haney should just sit back and chill too. You know, I don't think there's nothing to believe with Haney. Like Haney ain't got nothing to do with it, from my perspective. It's either Ryan Garcia cheated or he didn't, and the test will reveal that. So I think Devin Haney should chill. I think there should be a no contest if he did cheat. I don't think it has anything to do with him being outclassed or not, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't really outclassed. He was just outsmashed. Ryan Garcia was right. Was he outclassed or was Ryan Garcia just running through him like the Hulk? He wasn't outclassed. He was outsmashed. Bing, 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 bing. What you? Every time he hit him, Ryan Garcia said,
Nigga, you's a bitch.
Every time. Hey, well, you wasn't outboxed. Well, you was beat up. You got beat the hell up. You was not outboxed. Let's stop that right now. You was not outclassed, brother. You got beat the hell up. He ran through you like shit through draws. So in my opinion, I think Devin Haney should just say, yeah, if he his first statement was fine. If he cheated, it should be a no contest. He's ashamed to the sport. It's shameful what he did to the sport. He embarrassed the sport. He diminished the sport, tarnished the integrity of the sport, all that, whatever. All that's good. But all the other stuff, I think he should just chill. We wait. Because if he didn't cheat, boy. boy. If he didn't cheat, boy. That was, like I said, like I said, I like Ryan Garcia. You know, so this covers up. I like Ryan Garcia because I like the fighter in him. You know, he fought Tank. He went and fought Devin Haney. I thought he was going to lose. And he talked about fighting Shakur. But if he cheated, all that goes out the window because, of course, you're going to be bucky. You're going to be ready to fight everybody because you're cheating. You know what I'm saying? So, if that's the case. So, we're going to wait. But I will say, too, like you said, I think what you said is very important, CJ. That fact, forget the fact that he's never been outclassed. Even hypothetically speaking, let's say, take that out of it. Take the whole fight out of it. They went 3-3 in the amateurs. And we all know what a rivalry is. Like, this, you know, I like to make NBA, basketball and boxing is my favorite sport. So let's go to the NBA. My bad again, Smoochie. But let's say the Celtics and the Heat. I don't care if the Heat have the worst record in the NBA and the Celtics have the best. When the Celtics and the Heat fight or play against each other, it's usually a good matchup because it's a rivalry. Rivalry, that's what it means to have a rivalry. Y'all bring up the best of each other and y'all trade wins and losses. You don't have a rivalry with somebody that whose ass you're kicking. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a dynasty rivalry, you know what I'm saying, dynastic rivalry, if that's even a word, dynastic. Sound good. If you have a dynastic rivalry, then sometimes you might go a couple years where a team's on top, a couple years the other team's on top. But the essence of a rivalry is that it's very close clashes or competition, and they might go back and forth, trade wins, trade losses. That's the essence of a rivalry. So to make the translation, I don't care. It doesn't matter if Ryan Garcia looks bad. It doesn't matter if Devin Haney looks good. If Devin Haney looks bad and Ryan Garcia looks good. If they have a rivalry, especially since they're little kids, they're gonna bring out the best of each other. So Ryan Garcia gonna dip down and grab power from his toes. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go to depths that they never went before because that's what a rivalry is. You do not want to lose to this person. So of course he's gonna see the best version of Ryan Garcia. Just like Devin Haney just like Ryan Garcia should have saw the best version of Devin Haney. But what did Devin Haney do? Devin Haney was very open about not taking him seriously. Ryan Garcia played the hell out of him with the mind games. Do I think that he went overboard talking about his mental health and all that stuff? If he was really playing, I think it's a combination of both. I think he was somewhat playing and trolling, but I think he's really going through something because first of all, I don't think you should play like that anyway. But number two, I just think that more importantly, I just think that Ryan Garcia is good at compartmentalizing. Like, I think he really was going through something, but he just, was able to focus on the fight too. But I think that most importantly, he was able to throw off Devin Haney. How many times did Devin Haney said, "Oh, I'm gonna show you that he doesn't belong in the same class as me. He doesn't belong in the same ring with me. He's a C-level fighter. All he has is he's a one-trick pony. All he has is left hook." He was just every time I don't even know he's gonna fight. They were in that interview together, and Ryan Garcia was playing on his seat and beatboxing, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's not even taking it seriously." You know what I'm saying? So if you don't think your opponent's taking it seriously and you already think you're gonna beat him, then it's almost natural that you're gonna go in there with your guard down. And I think that's what happened with Devin Haney. He got hit with the left hand the very first round, and something that he knew that he had is left hook. All he had was left hook. That's all he need, hell. Come to think of it, I never see Ryan kick nobody. I'm telling you, Illuminati. Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's why this is like a soap opera, bro. I don't even like talking about it because it gets on my nerves. I mean, I like talking about it with y'all, but the people get on my nerves. The people that are so like, oh, it's a conspiracy. And then other people saying that, oh, he definitely cheated. Like, we don't know yet. That's why we're going to see this. Just be patient, bro. But that's why, because just as much as I can say that how it looks, I could believe that Ryan Garcia may have been on something because I ain't never seen him kick nobody ass like that. That was crazy. He ain't even beat what's my butt? Luke Wilson or Luke Campbell, excuse me. He ain't even whoop him like that. Or Javier Fortuna, whoever else the hell he fought, you know. But then again, too, so you could say, oh yeah, he may have cheated. But then on the other hand, too, I could be like, hey, well maybe Ryan Garcia did cheat and Devin Haney just didn't take him seriously. Because in my opinion, which is why I don't really care for Devin Haney like that, I do acknowledge his skills. I think he's great. I can't take that from him. I never take somebody's accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Being the youngest undisputed champion in 4-belt era. Can't take away nothing from him. But I do think that he's very strategic and selective with his opposition. And, you know, and I don't like some of the tactics that he employs, you know. That's why I don't care about the weight thing. To me, when people say that Ryan Garcia, who cheated because he didn't make weight, that's not cheating. That's not outside the realms of boxing. He did have an advantage, but that's not outside the scope or the confines of boxing. You know what I'm saying? People come in and miss weight all the time. David Benavidez missed weight habitually. It's not Floyd Mayweather came in 2 pounds heavier on Juan Manuel Marquez. It's not cheating. You know, Adrian Broner came in heavy against Vicente Escobedo. You know, I could go on and go on. So when you miss weight, the ramifications of missing weight are either the fight gets canceled, which it didn't with Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. You disqualify yourself from championship contention, which happened, and you have to pay a tax, which is another thing that happened. So 2 of the 3 things that could happen from you coming in overweight happened to Ryan Garcia. In fact, the tax that was applied was suggested and prescribed by freaking Devin Haney himself. He said $500K if you miss weight. Ryan Garcia said bet, and then he said no, never mind. How about $500K per pound? And Ryan Garcia said I bet. Right then, he should have been. He should have knew something was up. When he said $500K, he said bet, and he said no, $500K per pound. He said, Ryan Garcia said, oh, he don't know. Bet. I would have said, hold on now, hold on, motherfucker. Ain't nobody. I don't care how rich you are. You get a 1.5 mil on the house? Oh no. My nigga senses would have went off. My spider senses would have went off. I said, no, I'd have been set up before when it felt something like this. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, so once you commit, once the fight commences and you agree to the new terms, I don't want to hear about the weight, because I'm gonna be honest too. Devin Haney, you know, he came in bigger against Lomachenko. He came in bigger against Kambosos twice. He came in bigger against Regis Prograis. He came in like Canelo. He came in at 165. That's 3 pounds away from a super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So now I will say this though, like I always tell people, Devin Haney is a consummate professional, and I applaud him for that. When he blows up, he makes weight first. So there is a difference. He never misses weight. And everybody knows that it's harder to lose those few last pounds than it is to lose the other pounds. But Ryan Garcia was like, hey, man, bump it. I'll pay the fee. I'll pay the tax. And I won't even strain my body to get down lower. And, you know, he's like, you know, I'm going to employ the same taxes essentially, because the results are the same. It's not the same way to get there. Because like I said, Devin Haney never misses weight. So you got to applaud him for that. But the end result is the same. They both try to attempt to weight bully somebody, you know, and this is the first time Devin Haney fought somebody in recent memory that was his size and somebody that was, you know, young like him. So, you know, so you can also be like, okay, no, Ryan Garcia just beat him because Devin Haney never seen somebody like this with this much power, because he always comes in as a bigger guy. Even when he moves up to fight Regis Prograis, he moved up from 135 to 140 to fight the bigger man, and he came in bigger than the bigger man. Stop it, bro. What are we doing? So I think you can go both ways. My boy Clone in the building. Do they need Bill Nye the Science Guy for the results? I'm telling you, bro. Clone in the building. There's something funny going on though. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, there might be something funny going on. Like I said, you might be right, Illuminati. I don't know. That's why I just want to see the results, man. Because I feel like we could speculate all day, man. But he said, yeah, it's taking too long, Clone. I don't know what's going on. They got to go holler at Bill Nye the Science Guy and my boy Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know, he's a physicist. They trying to get all the scientists. They might holler at me. Hell, I'm a research scientist. Yeah, didn't they test his ass last year? It's almost been a month. You're right. Well, yeah, they did fast. So the sad part is, even if Ryan cheated, the whole world won't. No. That's the part that I feel like is criminal, Illuminati, because if he cheat, and that's why I say that he should have a minimum 2-year ban, and I'd be okay if they banned him. I mean, 2-year suspension, and I'd be okay if they banned him, because that's the part that's sad. You know, at the end of the day, bro, like I said, we don't feel bad for an ass whooping, but if it was an ass whooping from cheating, you know what I'm saying, then that's when you feel bad, because yeah, I would never get that imagery out my head. That boy was crying for help. He was holding his legs. Help. and his daddy, the sad part, his daddy right there, they stopped the fight. He said help. You know what I'm saying? I'll never get that image you cheated or not. I'll never get that image out of my head. And that's why I said Devin Haney's going to show some hell of a. He's gonna have to show some hell of a. Some big cojones, man. You got to show some big nuts to come back from this one. You know what I'm saying? I think he can do it because I think that's how. I think he's overrated. I don't think he's as great as we think he is, or he leads us to believe. But I do think he's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, no matter how, I don't think he's as great as they put on, but and one of the reasons is because of his chin. But I can't take away any of his accomplishments away from him. Even if he, was selective with his opponents, he still beat those opponents. So, and that's you can't shit on that. And but yeah, you can't get that imagery out your head, man. So I think that's criminal, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's criminal if he cheated and did that to that man, because that's scarring. And that hurts his brand too, because people aren't gonna forget. And then of course you got the people that are ridiculous and illogical and nonsensical. They're still gonna say every time he fights, they're gonna say, "Oh, but Ryan Garcia did this to you." And then, like, you already see some people say, people are saying it all the time, say PEDs or not. He still got his ass kicked. What you mean PEDs or not? Who the hell says that? What do you mean PEDs or not? That's like somebody. That's crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna go for the analogies and stuff. The people that are saying that it doesn't matter if he cheated or not, that ain't stopping from getting hit from a left hook. I just be wanting to go to all of them and just tell them.
Shut up, bitch!
I don't understand how you could even say something like that. It's like I said, you could still get hit. Like I don't know what effects the banned substances have, but they're banned for a reason. I don't even care. Once you cheating is cheating. So, but let's say hypothetically that it was a drug to make them stronger. I know they say Ostarine doesn't do that. It helps you lose weight or whatever they said to cut. But what if it does help you get stronger? Let's say hypothetically speaking, and I say this all the time. So if I have an empty water bottle and I throw it at you and it hits you on the head, you're gonna be like, dang, what the heck? But you're not gonna be hurt. If I throw a full water bottle at you, it's gonna hit you, and then you might take a couple steps back, but you probably won't be too hurt. You're gonna feel it more, right? What if I take a dumbbell and throw it at you and you let it hit you in the head, you're probably gonna get knocked out. So my point is saying that, like, yeah, he got hit with the left hook, but if he would have got hit with the left hook off a person that's an empty water bottle left hook, or somebody who's not on steroids, and he might have been able to take it better. You see what I'm saying? So as opposed to the steroid one that might be like a dumbbell hitting your ass. So like I'm not saying that. Like I said, I heard I looked at Ostarine and the effects don't seem like it impacts strength. So I'm exaggerating to a certain point. But if you took Ostarine, I feel like, hey, ain't no telling what you might have taken in addition to Ostarine that didn't get detected. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's such things called microdosing. A lot of people say, oh, I don't know why would he pass all the other tests but then get caught on the last test? Well, yeah, I mean that's thinking off of emotion or ignorance, but it's a possibility because you could be microdosing and then maybe the accumulation of it finally caught up to your ass on the last test. You see what I'm saying? So like, there's always angles, man. So you could try to apply logic and stuff like that, but if there's no point applying logic if something that you're oblivious to. You don't know the ins and outs of these dopey this stuff, but everybody's an expert on Twitter. Everybody's a genius. Everybody, you can be whatever you want. You can be the most gangster. You can be the most the smartest, most gangster, the handsomest. You know what I'm saying? You can be everything you want to be on Twitter or whatever in the comment sections and stuff like that. You got experience with everything. That's how people act. They act like they know everything and they have no clue what they're talking about, but they speak so definitively and with so much conviction and so loudly that you might almost fall into the trap of believing them. Or maybe Garcia really understands his opponent via Haney. He knows him, his tendencies, his habits, his weaknesses, his strength, and he knew how to beat him, which was make it a suffer. Yeah, that's a fact, and that's a possibility too. He could have knew what he was doing. Yo, Tyrone James with the big $2. Let's go. Appreciate that, brethren. Dropping that cheese, that cheddar, that money, that moolah, that bread, that greenery. I can't find it. I can't find it, chat. That money, that bread, that greenery.
These biscuits.
Let's get right. Tyrone James with the big $2 support. Let's go, man. Dropping that bread, that paper, the biscuits in the chat. We got biscuits in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? Throwing biscuits for the hood. Appreciate the $2 donation, Tyrone. My guy, I appreciate that, brother. And he was so surprised every time he got hit. Like, bro, this not... Yes, bro. Every time he got hit, he was looking like Conor McGregor. He was looking like Conor McGregor saying,
"Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?"
Every time he got hit, he
No,
like,
damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that?
So like I said, I just want to wait because I will be honest. I think that's, and I'm not no hater. Like I'm not a hater, bro. Like I'm not saying that it's good for boxing because Devin Haney lost, but as much as I like Tank, I think Tank is the best. I don't want him to lose to Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin's good though. But if he loses, it's good for boxing. Good because sometimes, especially, let's face it, a lot of the guys don't want to fight each other because a lot of times it's promotion primarily, but sometimes it's because they want to protect their O, and their O is a big marketing tool. And, we could say we want to protect their O, but guess what? The same people that say they shouldn't worry about their O's are the same people that are now calling Errol Spence trash because he lost his O. So it's like, we got to look at the culture in this boxing society. I might not feel like that. Clone may not feel like that. Dub may not feel like that. Illuminati may not feel like that. But every boxing fan says they don't care about being undefeated. But then there's so many people calling Errol Spence trash because he lost to the person that's widely considered the best fighter in the game right now. So somebody lying. Either people do care and they lying, or they don't care and they quiet. I don't know. It could be it could be a mixture of both. But I like the O is important, and we're part of the us as fans, we're part of the reason why that O is important, because a lot of people do lose interest in people once they lose their undefeated record, and that sucks for the boxers. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't care, but that's ignoring the reality of the situation. So I think that Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney is good for boxing because it shows not only that it'll make Devin Haney have to go back on the prowl. Now Devin Haney has to go back and prove himself, and as he's proven himself, he's gonna have to fight Sandor Martin, who's his mandatory. But I'm not even worried about Sandor Martin. But he's gonna have to get his name back. Who he gonna get? How's he gonna get his name back? By beating somebody else who has a name. Who got a name? Shakur Stevenson. Who got a name? Devontae Tank Davis. Who got a name? Teofimo Lopez. Who got a name? Subriel Matias. Who got a name? Isaac People Cruz. Devin Haney gonna have to. He gonna have to fight these boys. He only have to give them that work, that pressure. You know what I'm saying? So these O's, when they leave, it's good, because it encourages them to fight each other more. I'm not saying that I don't really care for Devin Haney, but I don't want to see somebody lose just cause. Some people be happy. It don't matter who they lose. People be going for it, like they don't like somebody so much. Like that one dude that was at the Canelo Munguia fight, and he had a sign talking about, "I've been wishing for you to lose since you first fought Golovkin." This man ain't like Canelo. He been rooting for Canelo to lose in every fight since Golovkin. Come on, brother. You gotta get some business. So I'm not like that dude, but I do think that the L is beneficiary for boxing as a whole, especially when it's an upset like that. Because nobody, not to be, like I said, I still think that Devin Haney's a better boxer, but I just think that styles make fights, and Ryan Garcia just did his thing, and there's no perfect boxer out there, and a major weakness in Devin Haney's game as a boxer is his durability. And Ryan Garcia touched that chin. Yeah, I hate that for Spence. His resume is he went from being the best welterweight in the post Mayweather era to being trash and a fraud. Bro, people just be talking, boy. People just be talking, bro. That junk crazy, bro. Well, we got that color in the chat. Let's get right, man. Tattoo in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Putting the colors in the chat, man. I appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Dropping the biscuits in the chat. But yeah, man. So I just think that unfortunately we are kind of part of the problem. And I'm not saying us individually, but us as supporters of the sport and consumers of the sport collectively. A lot of people care about the O's. And I'll be honest with you, like, I ain't gonna lie, I pay attention more. I pay attention more to a fighter, especially when I'm just learning them. I'm just knowing them. I pay attention to them more when they're undefeated. At first, yeah. And then but Errol Spence now, I rock with Errol Spence. I'll always watch Errol Spence fight. He's one of my favorite fighters. I mean, they do every fighter like that. This is how it goes in boxing. You lose, you above. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it's not just Devin Haney. It's not just, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm not saying they do a certain. I'm saying they do that. But there's some people that rise above it. And how they do it. They gotta either had a name before they lost, or they got a name on their bounce back. Look at Canelo. Canelo has losses. He's still he's a face of boxing. He's not undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So it can be done. I do think though for some it's harder than others, but yeah, it can be done. I mean, shit, you can bounce back from steroids, So yeah, you can, as long as you bring exciting fights and stuff like that. Hell, you think Munguia is going to be any less interesting because he lost to Canelo, So but I do think it depends on who you lost to as well, like, and how you respond. Like Errol Spence, I think they're going to do him like that, but then he bounced back and he looks good in his next fight, then he'll be all right. I had to catch myself though when Spence was getting beat on. I was like, hold on, who he beat? Ain't no way this dude beat nobody. Not looking like that. Gah! I ain't gonna lie though, nah. I ain't gonna lie, like, but I will say though, you know, I've always felt that Spence was diminishing. You know, I just think people notice more now because number one, how it looked, most importantly, but number two, because he finally lost. Like Errol Spence never looked the same from the accident, bro. And that's not making an excuse. That's just the truth. It's just people didn't care about the accident because he beat Danny Garcia. He beat Yordenis Ugas. But you cannot tell me that version of Errol Spence against Danny Garcia and Yordenis Ugas looked the same as the version of Errol Spence that beat the people before that, Sean Porter and Kell Brooks. No, he didn't look the same. If you say that, you lying. Even Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia's father, said that Errol Spence doesn't look the same post-accident. He said that. He said that's why we gonna beat him. That's what he said. Go back and watch. I'm not capping. Go back and watch, bro. Go back and watch the build up to Danny Swift Garcia and Errol Spence. And Angel Garcia says, man, yeah, Errol Spence, there's no way he's the same. He doesn't look the same. He doesn't walk the same. He's not the same. And then he said, that's why we gonna beat him. I mean, they just happened to lose, so people didn't care. But now that he lost, now everybody's saying, oh, they're using the Christ as an excuse. No, it was a reason. Why would he not fight Pacquiao? Pacquiao would have been the most lucrative. Everybody wants to fight Pacquiao. Hell, Tank said he wants to fight Pacquiao yesterday. And Pacquiao 45. You know, that's a big, he's a cash cow. You know, so, of course, Errol Spence wanted to fight Pacquiao, but he had to pull out the Pacquiao fight because of the car accident, and then that's how Yordenis Ugas got put in to fight Pacquiao, and then Pacquiao was supposed to beat Ugas, and then Errol Spence would come back and fight him, but Pacquiao messed around and lost to Ugas, and that's why we got Errol Spence versus Ugas. It was always supposed to be Errol Spence versus Pacquiao, but people don't know their boxing history, and they don't know that, so they just say whatever comes out the side of their neck and think it's the truth. Yeah, he really didn't look the same. No, he didn't look the same. But I will say this too, CJ. Like these things aren't mutually exclusive. While he didn't look the same, the way that Terrence Crawford beat him, I don't think that there was any version of Errol Spence that would beat Terrence Crawford, because Errol Spence not being the same was still good enough to beat Yordenis Ugas and Danny Garcia, who are champions or former champions. So it's just, hey, Terrence Crawford is a transcendent talent. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Errol Spence isn't, but there's levels. Like CJ, I think you said it earlier. Somebody, there's levels, bro. And Terrence Crawford is a higher level. Now, if he was 100%, do I think that he would have got beat like that? Probably not. Or maybe he would have. It just would have happened later. I don't know. But I still think there's, like I said, the imagery is already there. So post-accident or pre-accident, there's no way that I can say that Terrence Crawford would be that Errol Spence would beat Terrence Crawford. But I do think confidently that it would have looked a little better if he was 100%. And I don't see why people think those ideas can't exist together. Like, they're not mutually exclusive. Both of those things could be true. He didn't look the same, and he still got his ass whooped. Both of those things could be the truth. I'm not diminishing Terrence Crawford when I say, but that's the thing though. So many people do. You know, so many Errol Spence fans will say, oh, Terrence Crawford only won because Errol Spence wasn't the same. And then the other side will say, oh, yeah, the Terrence Crawford fans will say, oh, yeah, man, Errol Spence is a bum. You know, he was just a fraud, and Terrence Crawford proved that. No. Hell no. Well, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That ass whoop was bad. It would have been more competitive. Nope, he didn't, unfortunately. I didn't believe my homie after he beat Danny Garcia. My homie was like, he don't look good. Thank you, clone, because your homie actually watched boxing. He's an honest person. There's no way you could look at Errol Spence after and any of his fights post-accident and tell me that that's the same Errol Spence that beat Mikey Garcia and Kell Brook and Sean Porter. Man, stop it, man. Stop it, man. He just didn't look the same, bro. Look at him against Yordenis Ugas. Didn't he knock out his mouthpiece? Like he was about to get packed up. What are we talking about, bro? Did y'all watch, like, or did his Ugas look like he punched that man's mouthpiece through the back of his head? The way Errol looked at the Bud fight didn't look right. He didn't even look well, man. But I will say also too, we have to also factor in that it's well documented that he was struggling making 147 as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's well documented. And that's why Terrence Crawford even applauded him and gave him credit. And Errol Spence gave him credit. It's well documented also that Errol Spence is a big reason why that fight happened. You know what I'm saying? And now the promotional company's nothing. You know, so they made that fight happen. And Errol Spence was based off the promise that he said, hey, I'll fight you before I go up to 154. So he's been struggling to make a way for a long time. And that's not an excuse. It's just the truth. But with that being said, I don't think anybody else beats Errol Spence the way that Terrence Crawford beat him. I don't care what weight. And I think that if they fight at 154, Terrence Crawford gonna beat him again. So like I said, I'm not saying that to make an excuse. I'm saying that because I feel like that's what I see with my eyes. I feel like that's the truth. It was super bad. I think Spence would have still lost. Maybe even got beat bad, but I think it wouldn't have been as lopsided. Yeah, I think it would have been a little more competitive. Cause you got to think, bro. He was, bro. That was bad, bro. It looked like he had no chance. Cause I remember when he got dropped the first, I was like, okay, that's a flash knockdown. But I said, oh, you think it was a flash knockdown? All right, hold my beer. Hey, I'll be fair too. Errol Spence won a couple rounds, but we don't remember none of that shit. I don't. But I bet go back and watch that fight. Yeah, Errol Spence won a couple rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all bad. It's just when it was bad, it got bad, you know? It was real bad. And then was stumbling and bumbling across the ring, bro. Like, and a testament to Errol Spence being a warrior, bro. Like, that fight, he didn't go to sleep. He didn't quit. The referee stopped it. He ended that fight. As bad as it looked, he ended that fight on his feet. And he was still asking the referee not to stop it. So he a warrior, man. I don't get how people be disrespecting these people, man. I don't get it. I mean, I guess I disrespect some boxers too, you know. But shit, not the good ones, hell. At one point, I thought Spence coach was in there fighting. And they're looking like Derrick James. I don't want to see that rematch either. I don't want to see that rematch. Now, you know, if you're a man, bro, so if Errol Spence said he wants to fight him again, then damn it, fight him again. I'm going to watch it, but I don't want to see that either. I don't think anything changes. What changes? Yeah, Spence didn't quit, bro. People got to applaud that, man. A lot of people would have quit, man. So, yeah, I don't want to see that either. I don't think that bodes well for, like I said, man, I would. There's life after. There should be life after boxing. You know what I'm saying, for the boxers. You know, and you want you know, unless you're just a mean spirited person, you want to see these ladies and gentlemen be able to walk away and have their faculties remain. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Sean Porter, man. I applaud Sean Porter. Sean Porter, he didn't stop boxing because he was outside of his prime, but you know, he's a smart man, and he's like, hey man, I don't want to. You know, you learn from those before you. You want to keep all his faculties and live a long, healthy life. You know, Sean Porter's a dope dude too. He's a very smart dude, intellectual, and he's sharing his boxing knowledge with the world and contributing still to the boxing world. You know, just in a different capacity now. He's not actually fighting, but he's actually talking about the fights, commentating the fights. You know what I'm saying? And sharing his knowledge of the fight game with the world. So there's life after boxing, man. There's life after hell. There's life if you got a corporate. We work in the corporate world. There's life after your job. You know. There's life after school. There's like, you know, so different chapters and facets of life, man. So you don't want to let one thing take up so much of your life that you can't enjoy other aspects of it, you know. What's crazy, CJ? Talk to me, brother. Yeah, a lot of people just be disrespectful, man. It's like Usyk and Fury, man. Like, bro? That fight was great, bro. Like, yeah, that was great, man. No matter who you want to win, that was a great fight. Now, if you don't like Fury, then, you know, of course, you want to see the person you don't like get whooped. Like, nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that was a good fight if you like Fury or don't like Fury, you know. Or if you like Usyk or don't like Usyk. I thought that was a good fight. That would have been boots to test Sean Porter. Hey. Bro, see, Keith Thurman, I'm cool with that. Like I said, I don't think that he has to fight the best. So I want to be very clear, too, if I wasn't. I'm not saying Boots has to fight even a champion or former champion or something, but he has to fight somebody that's good. Like, I just want to see him step up the competition. That's all. I'm not saying he has to fight a Hall of Famer or a lineal champion or something, nothing like that. But he has to fight. I think he's on the right track. He's fighting Cody Crowley. That's good. It's a good start. Then he go fight Mario Barrios or Stadionis or you know, I think Conor Benn just got suspended again. So, but yeah, even Conor Benn, hell, even Ryan Garcia, bro. Just give me something. Give me more than what you gave me, bro. See, even Brian Norman Jr., who just won, the 23-year-old that just knocked out Giovanni Santillan. You know, give me something. Give me something to be like, okay, bet. You know, yeah, hell yeah, that was a good win right there. That dude's formidable. Like, I just want to be able to say somebody is formidable. Cause hey, he still has 31 fights though. You know, so I'm not. So it ain't like he just. That says something too. You fight 31 people and is undefeated, you're good. But how good are you? You know, I'm not questioning that he's good. I think he's good. But how good is he? I don't know. Because I don't know who, you know what I'm saying? Who could I look on his resume and be like, oh yeah, that guy's good, you know? I don't know. Conor Benn got suspended again. Yeah, I think Conor Benn suspended right now. If I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up. I think Conor Benn suspended right now, head ass. I think so. Oh, let me look. Let me make sure I ain't lying. Let me make sure I'm not lying. Yeah, Ben provisionally suspended again after appeals. Yeah, so he put it. So he got suspended for some of the appeals that he put in. So yeah, he says this was on May 10th. So this was 10 days ago. But I don't think it's new. I think it's based on his other suspensions that that he appealed. Like, that he appealed that he got. They decided that you wasted our time, bro. That it still stands. Yeah, the decision was upheld. So, boy, what they call it, popping dirty. You got me popping dirty, like Chameleon there riding dirty. Like he popping dirty. They see me popping dirty. Kind of been like, kind of been trash, man. They're cheating, man. Like I said, now, if you doing it unintentionally, like even if Ryan Garcia comes back and he cheated and they says he was unintentionally, I'm cool with that. Then I still think he should be reprimanded, but I'm not as bad, if it's a low amount. It depends on the amount that they find. If it's a low concentration, then you can't be mad at somebody for accidentally, or if it's such a low amount that it's deemed inconsequential, but it's still the system, so you have to be punished. I'm cool with that. But if they find, that he was really doing it with the intent of having a legal advantage, and nah, man, you can't have that, man. Sean Porter versus Boots would be something to watch. Yeah, Sean Porter versus Boots would be crazy, because if Boots can survive Sean Porter's pressure, Sean Porter's like a big pit bull, like a pit bull Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Same mentality, but I think Sean Porter's a little smarter. He's a little smarter than Cruz, as far as an active thinker in the ring. So Sean Porter is strong. He bully you. He's athletic. He comes forward. He has power. So yeah, that'd be a good test. I got Sean Porter. I definitely got Sean, man. Sean, Showtime. Give me Showtime. But that's because, again, I've seen Sean Porter perform at a high level against high level opponents. I'm always gonna side with the proven over the unproven. To me, Boots is unproven, even no matter how good I think he is. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel about it. I can't lie. I think Porter might best ride a knock Booster for out. His style is unique. Facts, man. That's a fact, bro. I'm with you on that for sure. For sure, man. Please don't forget to like the video as well. Oh yeah, man. I just think, but yeah, we gonna see, man. Good fights coming up. We have a good fight this weekend. Who y'all got? We got Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor. That rematch. Is there a fight? Oh, it might be a fight Wednesday night as well. On Wednesday night fights on Pro Box. Might tune into that. I think Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor this week. I'm putting money on Jack Catterall. I think he's an underdog too. So the first fight was close, and Jack Catterall actually dropped Josh Taylor, I think, in the 8th round. I can't remember exactly. Don't quote me, but I have to go watch that fight again before I put money on it, just to refresh my memory. But yeah, I remember it was controversial. A lot of people had Jack Catterall winning, so I want to watch that one again. Catterall should have won the first. Yeah, okay, yeah, Illuminati. Yeah, a lot of people said I have to go watch it again and make sure, but yeah, I'm leaning towards Catterall. Jack Catterall. And I know he's wasn't he like a sparring partner for Floyd and somebody else, Floyd and Canelo for a bit, so But Josh Taylor's still with Ben Davison, right? Who's a trainer of Anthony Joshua. I think he was with Josh Taylor first, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think it was his first notable fighter. So he's a good trainer. I don't know who's Jack Catterall trainer. I don't know who Jack Catterall trainer. Wait, Navarrete lost. Yeah, Navarrete lost to Denis Berichek. Ukraine looking good. Ukraine in boxing is eating. I know they're going through some turmoil in their country right now. But they eating in boxing. Lomachenko beat Kambosos. Berichek beat Navarrete. Usyk beat Fury. David Benavidez better be damn careful, because Oleksandr Usyk was in that picture too when they showed the 4 Ukrainians how they came up together. It was Oleksandr Usyk, Vasily Lomachenko, Oleksandr Usyk, and Denis Berichek. And Three of the four won. And the next one up is Oleksandr Usyk versus David Benavidez on the Tank card. Tank versus Frank card. That's a co-main event. Hey, David Benavidez better tighten up. Don't let that train go. Don't let that trend keep going on your head top. Weight class is this? What weight class is this? I'm not familiar with Catterall. It's they fight at 140 or 147. I think 140. I know Catterall. I mean, Taylor said he was moving up. It should be 140, but that's a good question. It's either 140 or 147. I'm not sure. I would think 140. That's a good question, Clone. I know I always get confused with Josh Taylor at 147 to 140 because he always talking about moving up. So I believe 140 though. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I believe 140. I think he's gonna be at 140. I don't think you should really be familiar with Jack Catterall, to be honest, but you should be Josh Taylor. He's a good fighter. Jack Catterall, you know, he's more of an up and comer. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't call him up and comer now, but his most notable fight is his loss to Josh Taylor. So. Yeah, it's gonna be 140. Yeah, so junior welterweight or super lightweight. Frank Martin beat up Virgil Ortiz badly in the amateurs. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm telling you, Illuminati, bro. Frank Martin's good, bro. You know what's crazy? Speaking of amateurs, Illuminati, you know who I didn't know? And speaking of Sean Porter, bro, you know who Sean Porter beat in the amateurs? I couldn't believe it, bro. Bro, you won't believe it, bro, unless you know. There's no way you'll guess this. Like I said, unless you know. If you know, then that's different. And I'll give you a hint. The person that Sean Porter beat in the amateurs is on this screen. And it ain't me. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. The person he beat, it ain't me. And it damn sure ain't, and it ain't Muhammad Ali either. It ain't me or Muhammad Ali. Bro, look, Sean Porter, amateur. Look at this, bro. This man, Sean Porter, a beast. Look. Nah. I had Crawford on the screen, did I? Did I? I don't think I had Crawford on the screen. What'd that say right there, bro? You can see that? Can you see that name right there? I don't know if it's too small. I couldn't believe that. Bro, stop it. Yeah, exactly, Illuminati. When I saw that, I said, that's crazy, bro. I said, that's crazy, bro. I don't know. I have no clue. Bro. He beat him in the amateurs, bro. I just showed you. See, I ain't lying. Footweight class was safe fight. Let me look. I don't know. When I saw that, I said, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. You be surprised what goes down to the amateurs, man. They fought at 165. 165. You'll be surprised at the familiarity that boxers have with each other in amateur ranks, man. Amateur rank is like the Wild Wild West. Apparently, everybody fighting. How we know it wasn't Usyk. That's true. Oh, it could be Oleksandr Usyk III. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's very wild. But shoot, man, I'm gonna go ahead and call it on that note, man. It's a shame. We're gonna end it on the note that it's a shame that boxing is stripping, that Oleksandr Usyk is even being stripped of his undisputed claim 2 days after winning it, man. Granted, they said it's gonna happen in a couple weeks, but if you already made that announcement, then it's essentially effective immediately. That's sad, bro. Man, I appreciate you, Illuminati, man. Thank y'all, everybody that comes through, man. It really means a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man. Shout out to my boy Tyrone, man. Shout out to Tyrone for dropping, you know what I'm saying? Lighting up the chat, you know what I'm talking about? That was very dope of him, man. I wasn't expecting that. I appreciate that. Help keep the lights on for real, you know. So I appreciate y'all, man. You dropping that bread, that cheddar, that money, that green.
These biscuits.
So I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. You know, appreciate y'all coming through and rapping with me, man. And but like I said, man, please, Illuminati, everybody, man, it's an open invitation. Clone, of course, you know this. But yeah, anybody want to join, and you have preferably if you have even if you have a camera, I'll put you on the screen just like we did with Rico. And you know what I'm saying? And my boy Merle that came through, man. Yeah, if you ever want to come and talk, this is not just me. You could join whenever in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just join the Discord and I'll put you up on the screen, man. And come chat. You know. Yeah, here goes the link right here for the Discord. You can join, and then yeah, I can pull you up. So you know, that's an open invitation for everybody. You know, it's dope to discuss boxing. They told Usyk your ass wasn't supposed to win. Give me that belt. Facts. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always, man. Y'all be easy, be cool. All right, man. How do I do the Discord thing? I don't know how to do it. Okay, but I'll shoot. What you click on the link and join it? You probably have to download the app if you don't have it. And I'll show you next stream for sure. I usually do StreamYard. I'm thinking about doing StreamYard. Is StreamYard free though? I gotta look into that. I know a lot of people use StreamYard. I might look into that, but I don't know if it's a paywall. Discord's free, so that's why I use that. But yeah, I might look into that, bro. But you just have to download the Discord app, create a username and all that jazz, and then yeah, you'll be on it. But yeah, I can help you out on the next stream if you try it and you get any hangups. But yeah, anybody could join, man. You know, we like to talk around here, man. Talk about this boxing. It's fun, man. So I appreciate the support that y'all giving me. I appreciate y'all for real. Y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. And you know, as always, with God we can do anything, and without God we are nothing. You feel me? You know what it is. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.